This is Kale, independent consultant with Pampered Chef, and today I have with me my lovely assistant and my niece, Lainey, and we are going to demonstrate how to do either a ring or a braid. Pampered Chef has come out with recipes for doing these. They've been around for years. Today we're having the filling that we're using for our braided ring is the chicken and kale braid that's out of the Season's Best. And if you comment today, you'll get a copy of that. We'll have a drawing and pick a winner from those that comment, and you'll receive the current Season's Best that has this recipe for the chicken and kale in it. And this one next to me is the one who requests to have this. And normally to try to get her to eat vegetables, other than her specific ones that she likes, is like non-existent. So for her to eat kale is kind of funny. It also has roasted red peppers, and I have been, you can purchase them, or if you have a way, you can roast them yourself. So and that's what I did. It's just roasted some red peppers, and then we cut them up and put them in here. So that is what we're going to get started with. I'm going to do the ring, and so for the ring, you're going to want to use a round. It's a little easier to use the round cooking surface. So like we happen to use the stone, and this is a large round stone. She is using one of the cookie sheets, and you can also use a bar pan, but the cookie sheet's easy. So you're going to use, and this is a double recipe too. I'm doing the braid. So you're doing the braid. And so you need 2 packages of crescent rolls per recipe. And so the main difference is she's going to put hers out in a flat sheet. Yes. And I'm going to be putting mine in a circle. And so it's always fun to get the crescent rolls started and separated. So she just keeps hers in a flat sheet. You can also buy the crescent roll sheets and do the braids. That works good. But for the ring, you do need them in the triangles. And you're going to go around your tray and put them out in the circle. You want to keep them to the edge of your circle because you're going to thin the bottom crust out and have that. So 1 can of crescent rolls is going to do half the circle for me, and about the same for her. And then we're using our pastry roller to roll it out. And do this. So again, if you have questions, please feel free to ask them. And learn more, and welcome if you were invited to Jessica's Pampered Chef party and are joining us again today for this demonstration. We are happy that you're here. And so
I got mine all laid out, kind of the little cuts pushed back together, and I just cut little inch strips down both sides, leaving space in the center.
uncut. And that's going to be basically the equivalent to the triangles by her doing that. And you do need a little bit of space to make the ring because your crescent rolls are hanging over the edge of the pan, which will be corrected as you go through. And sometimes you do have to adjust to grow the triangle. Okay, so I got some of these a little bit too close to each other, so we're just gonna adjust them on this side. Over. Okay. So you're gonna start filling yours.
So it's looking like this. And I got my little strips. Super small enough.
I'm sure if one goes a little bit, it's good, but something sticks on it. Yeah. And it does this. I normally use my hands a lot because I don't. I forget to get it out when I've already got my hands all press and roll. And so, and I'm used to spreading the pizza dough this way, so I just don't think about it. And I'm just using the heel of my hand to do this. And of course, you always want to make sure your hands are clean as you're doing this. And you're just pushing it towards the center of the pan. If you use about half of it. Okay. Okay. So she is ready to start twisting and braiding while I build the filling on mine.
We're twisting. I'm twisting.
You can, either way. But the twisting gives it a little bit more of a.
Alright, so I'm gonna start at like the top, one of the sides, and pick up one of my strips, and twist it, and kind of lay it over, and kind of tuck it up on the other side. And I'm gonna do it all the way down, rotate the sides.
Kind of like braiding hair, which she's really good at. That's okay. Keep going. We always seem to end up when we do two, because to feed the entire family of 6, with 2 of them being having high metabolisms, we end up doing 2 rings at a time. Sometimes because the kids just really like them and they devour them. Other times because it's just what they eat, especially with my nephew doing cross country and track. So she finishes up hers. I'm just starting in one spot and I'm taking mine around and I'm just tucking them in and tucking the ends under. And so
Motion detected at the front door.
it does make it interesting. Because they never seem to turn out twice the same, and that's okay. Yeah, I'm not used to doing it. That's nice. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect, that's the thing. It gives it a little bit of interest by doing this. It gets everything all together.
I'll finish mine.
She's finished that portion of hers. And so just to add some interest to the top and to make it golden up just a little bit more, she's putting an egg wash on hers. And then here is mine. So you see it does turn out to be like a wreath. And there's all sorts of recipes for wreaths and braids. You can do either or when it calls for it might say taco ring, but you can do a taco braid too. It really just depends on what pan you have, what shape you like. So that's where we do with this one. And So once she is done with the egg wash, I'll put egg wash on mine. We just have one egg that we beat up in there, and that's all it is. You could add a little water if you wanted to. It doesn't take a full egg to do one, so if you're doubling a recipe, you don't have to do 2 eggs because you really don't need 2 eggs. This is just 1 egg and we're doing 2 of them. And so she's sprinkling sesame seeds on again. It just gives you more visual. If you don't have them or you don't want them, you don't have to add them. It's personal preference. You don't have to do the egg wash, or you can. The egg wash is really helpful if you're going to put like sesame seeds on because it does help bind the sesame seeds to the wreath. And so giggly teenage girl. That happens. I know. I was ignoring it. She was laughing at what the dog was doing behind the camera from that you didn't see him on camera. Okay, so there's our egg wash. You do need to be careful. If you got raw egg on you, don't touch anything else. Wash your hands. So everything that you're putting into these, except for the crescent roll, is pre-cooked or doesn't have to be cooked. And so that is the end product. So we have our lovely rings. You have, if you saw the post telling you that we were going to be doing this video, you have seen one of our finished products, but I can post pictures of the finished product from today. After they're done cooking, these are just going to go in the oven for approximately 20 minutes. No, about 22 to 25 minutes. So, again, these just happen to be chicken and kale braid. You can do this with leftovers from Thanksgiving if you have turkey. There's different ones that have chicken in them. You can substitute chicken out for, like I said, turkey, or if there's another type of protein that you would prefer, you can do that. The taco ring is with ground meat or ground turkey. There's a recipe. You can always go to my website at www.pamperedchef.biz/Erin Parker and look up the recipes. So we're gonna stick these in the oven and we'll get you a picture in a little while.